Well, good morning. Good morning. I hope you're having an amazing Wednesday morning. I want to talk with you about fear. Have you ever heard that saying that fear and faith, they can't fly on the same plane? I always believed that right there was 100% true, that either I was 100% in faith or I was 100% in fear. Like there was no middle ground. And yet I think about the man who said to Jesus, I do believe, but help me with my unbelief. I think that the problem is that we want to try to fix things. We want God to work for us, in a sense. We want him to work for us in our problems. We want to be able to ask him, how do I control this? How do I control this feeling or this attitude or this situation? How do I fix it? And God doesn't want to give us any of that control. And so we get frustrated. It's not about us having control. It's about us releasing the control and giving it to him. And I never really understood what that meant. So when I talk about fear and faith and they can't fly in the same plane, that's when we're trying to do it ourselves. Yeah, you cannot have fear and faith within yourself and expect something to happen. But God says, you know what? I can grow your faith through your fear. I can grow your faith through your fear if you will just bring it to me, and I will show it who is boss. This, I really believe is what we need to do with our faith. Our faith is a seed that we grow. It's also a muscle that we have to build. And so in order for that to happen, we have to actually give it to God and allow him to work through us, through our fears, through our anxieties, through our worries. So fear and faith, yeah, they can't fly on the same plane when it comes to our plane, but they can be in the process when you are moving through fear because God is handling it. So you take your fear along with your little bit of faith. I really believe that we have to start moving towards God, even in fear. Even when we have that fear, we want to say, God, I'm so afraid of giving up this control because I don't know what's going to happen if I give it all over. And I'm just really concerned with that. Psalm 34:4 says, God met me more than halfway and he freed me from my anxious fears. He met me more than halfway. That means that I had to go a little bit of the way. I didn't have to go all halfway, but I had to start taking some steps so that he could free me from my fear, so that he could build my faith enough so that I could overcome the fear that I have. So what fears do you have? What fear do you have right now about whatever it might be? Do you have a fear of not having enough money? Do you have a fear of not being able to keep your job? Do you have a fear of not being able to lose weight? Do you have a fear of, a relationship issue? I don't know. I think that when we look at Paul too, and Paul talked about the thorn in his side and he asked God to remove it. And God said, oh, no, I'm not going to do that. I'll work through it. I'll work through it because I get stronger in your weakness. And as long as you have that weakness, you're going to depend on me. So what is it that's really holding you back and not allowing you to feel all the blessings that God has for you? What is it? Take it to him. But you've got to start walking towards him in faith. You have to believe and trust that he absolutely will take care of you. Psalm 91:2 says, God, you are my refuge, and I trust in you, and I'm safe. Refuge is security. Refuge is shelter. Refuge is protection. So if you believe that God is your refuge, you believe that God is your security, even in your fear of not having enough or of losing something or of not being able to, whatever it might be, whatever that fear is, start walking towards your security and let him pick up that fear. Let him pick up that doubt. Let him pick up those worries and anxieties and let him work through you to really build your faith, to really grow your faith, and things will change. They will absolutely change. God does the how, and you just have to do the do. So get walking, get taking those steps towards him. He's got something for you. And if you do it, I know he'll see you through it. Make it a great day.